Okay, so I'm going to decide to do the Group C prediction tonight instead of tomorrow. Well, actually, technically, I am doing it tomorrow, and I am doing it technically on Saturday because right now it is actually 12:04 a.m. on a Saturday. But the reason why I'm not doing it tomorrow when I wake up is because I have a very busy day today. I have to go to the barber shop because you can probably tell that my hair is getting very long. And after the barber shop, after I cut my hair, I had to go back here, just wash my hair, and then quickly put on a Quakes jersey and go to Via Stadium to do the match vlog. And then when I come back from that, I have to do the match review of MLS match week number 14. So I have absolutely no window tomorrow to do this. And like I said before, back when I start doing this on Thursday, I have to do at least one of these groups for every single day until Wednesday, where I have to do two groups. But yeah, without further ado, let's actually do the Group C prediction. And Group C involved with the teams like Peru, Australia, France, and Denmark. And the team that is going to be finished fourth in Group C, I predict that Australia is going to be that team, and I'm not even quite sure that I even spelled that correctly because I am actually a little bit tired right now. But yeah, Australia is going to be finished in fourth place, and despite the fact that they do have probably their best ever player that they ever produced, that is Tim Cahill, and they also have Aaron Moy in the midfield, the Huddersfield midfielder, and also Matt Ryan, a very experienced and good goalkeeper for them. I just don't know if it's going to be enough for Australia to move on in this group. I mean, Australia, I think this is the fourth or fifth consecutive tournament that they are in ever since the early 2000s, and I've only remember there was only one time they actually made it out of the group stage, and that was their first World Cup in a very, very long time. So I don't think they're going to be enough. I think teams above them, the other team in this group is going to be much stronger than them. And, just looking at how recent history has been for them in the World Cup, it is not very good at all. So Australia is going to be in fourth place, and in third place, and this might be a little bit of a surprise. And by the way, this group has a lot of teams that you could argue that potentially could be making out of the group, and you could even say that this might be one of the team that will be making out of the group for the first time in a long time in the World Cup. But unfortunately, this team will not make it out of the group, and this is kind of a bold prediction. I'm going to say Denmark is not going to make it out. And I know there's a lot of people that said that Denmark is going to make it out of the group, but here is the reason why I don't think they're going to make it out of the group. And my reason is that I think Christian Eriksen is not going to step it up. And I think if he does not step it up for this Denmark team, if he's going to be one of those time where he kind of at times looked lazy whenever he was with the Denmark national team, then Denmark is kind of screwed because there is no other reliable goal scoring threat, and there's really no guy on that team that is as world class as what Christian Eriksen is on that team. And I really think that in order for Denmark to prove me wrong, and certainly a way for them to move on into the next round, is that Christian Eriksen is going to have to be that leader. He's going to have to do what he did in that qualification playoff in the second leg between Ireland, where he scored that hat trick. Because if he's that kind of player, then I think Denmark could be a very dangerous team. Because besides Eriksen, this team also have a couple of good talents. They also have Andrea Christensen, the Chelsea phenom, and the Chelsea best defender in my opinion. And they also have the great goalkeeper of Kasper Schmeichel, which is the son of the great goalkeeper of Peter Schmeichel. So it's gonna be they're definitely gonna be very solid at the back, but going forward is going to be it's going to be interesting going forward. And if Christian Eriksen is not going to take responsibility and he's going to be kind of at time being very lazy with this Denmark national team, then I think they're not going to make it out. I just don't. And this brings me to second place, and the teams that I think is going to be finishing second is going to be Peru. And I'll tell you what, a couple of weeks ago, Peru did make it to the World Cup, but a couple of weeks ago they suffer a very kind of nerve-wracking moment when they realize that their star player Paulo Guerrero potentially is not going to make it to the World Cup, and that he might be suspended for this World Cup. And after all of that kind of trial going on, and after all the other team decided that they let Paulo Guerrero to be allowed to play in this group, I think that has really given Peru hope that they can potentially make it out of the group. And I really think they can. I think they are going to be one of those teams that is going to be a surprising factor, because the reason why I say it's so huge that Paulo Guerrero is on this team is that he is basically the heart and soul of this Peru team. He is just clearly a leader to that Peru team. He makes other players on that Peru team look like a world-class kind of player. And I just think that, with him there and with the fact that Peru, what they have been going through to get to this stage, and how, it's no accident that Peru had got to this stage. This is a team that even got by Chile to get through this stage. And I just think Peru is going to be one of those teams that is going to be incredibly hard to beat, and they will find ways to get victory against teams that is in the bottom. Now, I think what will be very crucial is that when these two teams face each other, and it's usually the case for a lot of the teams that is currently in second and third place, and I'm going to say it throughout the rest of my prediction. I think I already said it in my first prediction, where I said that when these two teams face, when teams that is in second and third face, it's the biggest matchup. It's the deciding factor of which team will make it through. And I think in this case, it's the same case. The winner of the Peru versus Denmark match, they will be going through. They could definitely guarantee themselves to get through the next round and get out of the group. And for now, I'm going to say Peru is going to be that team if both of these teams will face off each other, just because of the fact that this team has a lot of spirit, and this team is it's an incredibly hard team to beat. Even though this Peru team does not have a lot of good talent, a lot of these guys, they believe in a way that they can make it out of the group, and that's all you can ask for if you're a team. But moving on into the team that's going to finish first, and this is pretty obvious. France obviously is going to make it out of this group, and they're going to be finished in top. They're not only favorites to finish top in this group, but they could be favorites of winning the whole tournament. I mean, this France team is literally stacked from top to bottom. At top, they obviously have Griezmann and Giroud. In the midfield, they got Pogba and Kante. And then in the defense, you got Matt Tweedy and also Umtiti. And then in the goalkeeper, they also have a very solid goalkeeper that is Hugo Lloris. And, I really think that the only thing that I think I'm worried a little bit about France is not really getting out of this group, because I'm pretty sure they're going to get out of this group and they're going to finish top. But once they get into the knockout phase, you look at these last couple of tournaments and these last couple of major tournaments, they always tend to stumble at that point where, it's a knockout phase, and that they just could not get it over the hump. Last big tournament, which was the Euros, which they host, and they had a chance to win the Euros in their home soil, and probably should have won the Euros in their home soil against a pretty kind of weak Portugal team, and they failed to do that. They couldn't get over the hump. And then going back to the World Cup in Brazil, they had a chance to really get over the hump by beating their arch rival European team, Germany, and they couldn't do that. So it's all about that if they want to win this whole tournament, they got to get over the hump. And at some stage, they are going to be facing teams like Germany or Brazil, or a team that is going to be another team that's going to be favorite of winning the tournament. And when that happens, I just don't really fancy France can do that unless they can finally get over the hump and prove me wrong. But for now, I would say that France is going to finish top. And yeah, that is pretty much it for this Group C prediction. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of this prediction? What's your prediction for Group C? And yeah, I will see you guys next time for Group D prediction, and I'll do that on Sunday. And as usual, make sure you guys leave a like, smash that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time.